Hello creatives, welcome to Artist Star. My name is Beth and this is a daily pick a card and birthday reading for May 6. If you were born today after sunrise, you are a King of Diamonds. If you were born before sunrise, you are actually yesterday's card, which was an Ace of Spades. All right, so we are going to read each card and then all together for the collective. And this is a special birthday message for you, King of Diamonds. This is your solar year cards. They are here to heighten your manifesting ability for the year, and a wish card. So let's get started and see what card number 1 is. We got the Jack of Clubs. Wow, so we're going to have a lot of energy today. We could be running around in circles with the Jack of Clubs, but they know how to get the job done. They are a little more business oriented on that end of things with the intellectual pursuits of the club's suit. And yeah, like I said, aces, twos, threes, you can see right there, it is sun and moon and Mars. That is the energy. And it is young Brahman energy, Brahma, where it is that fast-paced coming into an idea, then seeing how to make those connections happen, and seeing it through to fruition, or at least getting a really good start on things. And having that young, ambitious, more like curiosity about how to get things done. Even if you are later on in years, you're going to feel that abundance of curiosity where you're not going to want to let something go. You're just going to be so energized by it. Energy will be high for you today. So we're looking at this day with the King of Diamonds, and what does that mean? That kind of energy that we can all take advantage of, tap into, feel today. Well, the King of Diamonds, they call the one-eyed king because they oftentimes have that catch-22 of looking at things from a more diplomatic, I could say, view. That first inclination is to go with a gut feeling, and that it usually is what serves the King of Diamonds really well, and rightly so. But it is that catch-22. So if you're looking at that shadow attribute of a King of Diamonds, because it's all in the mix today, it is a King of Diamonds day. It could go to the extent of being self-serving and being quite aware of that, seeing things through your one-eyed point of view, right? And sticking with it, especially in this Taurus season. I know I'm talking about this every day, but I don't know who's checking in every day, but we are still in that deacon, right? That second deacon of where there's a will, there's a way, a creative way of getting what we want, and being able to communicate, because it is co-owned by, or co-run, or co-ruled by Mercury. So we're looking at that fixed Taurus, earthy, wonderful, warm and fuzzy and comfortable, solid groundedness of the Taurus, and the stubbornness, and the possible wanting to be so happy in what you're doing, going after what you want, and how you're taking care of it, that, you know, it's got that kind of energy with this. With the second deacon brings in another layer of having that mutable energy of the Mercury, which is related to Gemini, and the Virgo, which is putting all of the, dotting all your I's, making your list, crossing the T's, and feeling really good. So, the Jack of Clubs on a day like today is really right in line with that energy. So, it is so Taurus kind of energy in that it's pretty grounded as well. Okay, so the King of Diamonds is also about finding the value of something and knowing it pretty darn quick. So you've got that energy today too. And I would say to just be aware that is it energy that is going to serve just you, or is it something that is going to be of service to the greater good? Because the kings are all about learning about themselves through that service to greater good. You're being asked to do that, and as intuitive and psychic and just in tune, the diamonds are so in tuned and so earthy and so shiny and sparkly. You draw people to you. You're like a magnet for this sort of thing. And or this King of Diamonds could be we have this opportunity possibly to open the door to having a benefactor, some really lovely something coming our way. You bump into someone that wants to buy a piece of what you're selling, right? Beautiful. Okay, let's look at card number 2. So we've got the Hermit here, 9 energy, and literally it is the dark suit 9s in the cards of truth. So with that, you've got this energy of needing to contemplate today. If you pick card number 2, on a King of Diamonds day, the Hermit would mean that you would want to do an inner valuation of how you're feeling. Where's the joy meter on today for you? And maybe you do need to just sit back into that Taurus fixed comfort energy of Venus and the Mercury that's happening these days as well, and just kind of take stock of what's going on for you and where you're at, because the Hermit energy is really tapping into that psychic ability that you should be in the groove of connecting to your guides. So if there's a question you want to ask or have request some guidance, just be sure that you do that with the best of intention and with gratitude. Remember to say thank you and be open to whatever comes your way. That is really about the Hermit card. Okay, I don't know if there's anything else that I could say about the Hermit other than it's just that lovely connection. And it is about the Mercury and Virgo as well when it's related to the cards of truth. So, it's all good. It is just so fitting that this should come today. All right, and yeah, let's not forget that all kings rule 7, 8s, and 9s, and that the 9s are the givers, right? They give to receive, not knowingly. It is like random acts of kindness that you are just in the moment and you decide to do something pleasant for someone and not expect anything in return. Otherwise, it doesn't happen for the 9s. So keep that in mind. You can't force it. You can't manipulate it. You can't direct it down a path that you want something to go. So yeah, it's got to be of free will. All right, card number 3. Interesting. 7 of spades. All right, we're in the upright position. So 7s, they are of Saturn, and they are of kings. 7, 8s, and 9s. The kings know when to let something go, and they do it pretty quickly, and you know, just like a knife through butter, it is done. And 7s, that's that gateway card, right? Spades, wellness and being. It is you taking care of yourself, realizing that something has not served you and your well-being. We're talking about your remedies and cures for whatever is up for you these days. So, you know, do you need to get back into the exercise? Do you need to get off that sugar high that's lasted through the holidays? You know, right? I know it's a tough one. Sugar is, yeah, that it's tough. But you know, do you have the stomach ache? Yeah, it's like, come on, you know, put the cereal away and go get some eggs for breakfast. It's that kind of taking care of you that the 7s are so good about having that opportunity. So you, today, with this influence of the King of Diamonds energy, are just going to be able to spot it, because that is like psychic quality to understanding what it is that needs to be let go of. I think you're going to do really well with seeing what needs to shift for you, so that you can put that behind you and just open up to something really so much more beneficial to you and your well-being. All right, so all together here on this King of Diamonds, Taurus, second deacon energy, we are looking at a very busy day, and we're going to have some time to contemplate what comes across our plate. We really want to size it up, internalize how that makes you feel. Straight from source today, folks. This is beautiful energy. So connected. Spades, spiritually connected. Gateway card. You know, this is looking to improve who you are at your core. It's opportunities galore. You're going to spot them. You're going to know intuitively how to work through that, making those connections and where to take it or start to take it. And with this Hermit energy, you're gonna know, because you're being guided by source. It is just a light, a beacon for you to follow. And with the 7 of spades, it is all about your remedies and cures. So whatever we're working on today, we need to stop and let those moments happen, because with this King of Diamonds energy and the opportunity to have that value shine through for us, we're going to really understand at our core. It may be something of a wake-up call, being a 7 and a black suit 7, that tower moment where it comes through like a lightning strike. But you'll know it. You'll be able to contemplate it, because this can go either way. It's like a ball of energy here, where at any point during the day, some or all of this could happen for us. And as I said, with the King of Diamonds energy, we are in the flow to receive and spot that value and just know where to take it. And it's all going to be about letting something go that's no longer serving us, so that we can find and open a new door to what will. And this is about our well-being. Hard work, but we're happy in the work. We like doing the work. It's not going to be difficult. It's going to be creative and spontaneous, and boom, you're just going to know it. That bolt of lightning, and we're all good. Okay, beautiful. Whew. all right. Happy birthday, King of Diamonds. Let's see what you get for your creativity oracle and how we're going to build your manifesting abilities for the year. Beautiful butterfly here too, right? It relates. Let's find out. A new start. Of course. Sometimes we must realize that what we have done needs to be discarded and we must make a new start. That is beautiful. My goodness, I love it. Yeah, and for our well-being, clearly, this is something that we are being asked to open to. And it looks like it's going to be a pretty easy transition, a pretty easy spot of what it is that each and every one of us needs to let go of. But this is your birthday message, King of Diamonds. So, you know, during this second deacon Taurus energy that you are born into, it's a big ask for you. You have that where there's a will, there's a way, but oftentimes you are distracted with so many options, it's hard to settle on one. So a new start could happen all the time for you, right? So it says you have to realize what you have done needs to be discarded. So being a King of Diamonds, you may have an easier time of focusing and traveling on the path that is most right for you. But it's a great idea to write those directions down and see if you don't have a starting point that where you could do it and then move into the next one. That was often given as really good advice from can't remember the astrologer, but it has stuck with me to make that list and see if you can't bridge some of those opportunities coming your way. And then you would know what to let go of and what to begin, right? All right. The 8 of Hearts for the Spirit and Nature deck. So this is all about Rahu energy and self-validation. So self-validation goes both ways. Being or meaning that you can be feeling incredibly secure and validated in your decision makings. Or you could be looking outside for that validation of self, looking to someone else to give you that self-validation. So, you know, it brings to mind a story of my daughter when she was little. She was, I think, like 3rd grade, and she was so excited to bring home a paper that she had gotten an A+ on, and she's an 8 of Diamonds, so, you know, red 8. And she brought it to me, and she said, "Look, Mommy, look, I got an A." You know, like, and looked at me like, "What do you think of it?" And of course I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's fabulous. How sweet. You really worked hard for that. That's great." And then I just spontaneously looked at her and said, "How does that make you feel?" And she took a moment and she was like, "It feels good." You know, just as cute as you can imagine, that little baby face. It feels good. And self-validation for her, you know, I gave her that and she gave it to herself, and she's a beautiful person, and that is what it is, right? Are you going to look outside or inside? And it's okay to do both. But you've got to remember that, you know, the thing about the 8s is that it can be that catch-22 where you are so involved in self that you forget to look for other validation of others, or you can be looking too much in the outside world for validation and therefore not able to feel that security and that stability of self within. So remember that when you are making your new starts this year. Feel it, embody it, because the heart suit is all about that emotional. So whatever it is that you are manifesting, make sure that you've understood it emotionally and what that value as a King of Diamonds that you are, how you want to figure out which opportunity that you want to begin with. You're really going to be able to sort it through, knowing that Rahu energy isn't always easy. It's not always the easiest path. It is what you are being drawn to, but it's work. It is touch and go. Some things are going to feel like they're working for you and some aren't, but that's the energy of the card. So red eights are, let me think, red eights are Hanged Man energy. So with that Hanged Man energy, you want to be looking at things with a different point of view, you know, upside down and sideways. Give it a little time. Really consider your new starts and make your lists, because that Virgo second decan Mercury led energy of dotting the I's and crossing the T's can really serve you well with this manifesting. All right, let's see what you got for a wish card. Looks like a little witchy business going on here. It's got the hat and the broom, singing to my heart, and the moon. All right. Flying broom. I can let go of my mistakes. That's beautiful. So that just kind of brings a whole nother connotation to the message, doesn't it? If you've let go of a mistake, right? Oftentimes this is about your mental well-being, not just your physical well-being. So to let go of that upset of making mistakes, right? You can let go of your mistakes. Make your apologies to self and whoever else and move on. That's all you can do. It is either energy that's going to make you happy or energy that's going to make you sad. You get to choose. Do what you can do, what is source-led, and then let go, so that you can let go of what's not serving and make room for this new start. Great birthday message for you. This is really exciting, King of Diamonds. Happy birthday. Hope your year goes beautifully. Everyone else, carpe diem. Thank you for being here. Continue your day with kindness and curiosity. And as always, happy creating.